Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and today I have a new release from Cottage Cutz and it's called Flowers and More. And there are 20 dies in this release. They are all fabulous. So lots of really diverse flowers, which by the name of the release probably is already obvious. But we have, oh, I didn't put these in order, but that's okay. So we have this one, which is called Little Flowers. And you'll see on all of the packaging, and this is, you can see this directly on the product listing too, if you go to the Cottage Cutz website, which is Scrapping Cottage. And it does list the size. So if you look, sometimes when you look at the packaging, it's really small on the packaging compared to the size of it when it's actually cut. This one's probably pretty close, where each flower is about an inch tall and about half an inch wide. So this one's actually pretty close to what you see on the packaging. So that one's little flowers, but then you'll have a series of larger flowers here. And let me see if I can just quickly order them, because they are just ordered or named by number. So we have this first one is flower 1, and I'm terrible with the names of flowers, so I would not be able to tell you what flower that actually is. But as you can see here, it's a nice large size. This is 2 inches by 3.5, so you can see much larger than the packaging. So this is the stem, and it has some leaves, and then you can layer over top of it the actual flower bud. That's flower 1. Here's flower 2. Same thing, so you have an open flower and the flower bud, and this too is about 3 inches tall and 1.5 inches wide. So there's that. And as always, you can die cut out of solid color cardstock, or you can always just die cut out of white cardstock and then color your cardstock. So that one is flower 3. That's just the flower without the stem. Here is flower 4. And I'm guessing if you wanted, you might be able to actually mix and match some of these stems with different flowers if you wanted, especially since scale-wise they seem to be most of them seem to be about the same scale. For example, this is 2 by 3.6 inches. This one has rather large flowers too, and you can actually, this one is layered. There's actually 2 of different sizes that you layer one on top of another. This is flower 6, and this is 3.4 by 3.7, and I guess a lot of that width is because this is curved, so it's a little bit something different. Flower number 7 is about 3 by 3. So we're getting a huge, you can just look here, a huge variety of different flowers. Here we have a lemon branch. This is pretty cool. So this one, size-wise, 1.5 by 2. There are some florals there, and then the lemon. And then now we're getting into foliage. So we have leafy branch 1, 2, and you could probably, I'm guessing you could, if you want to try to maybe make a wreath out of these, and just as you're adhering them down, maybe give it a little bit of a bend. That might be something fun to try. You could probably do it with maybe that one too. Just kind of snip into some of these branches a little bit. Here's leafy branch number 3. And this one is an actual branch. So it's got the tree branch and some leaves. And then now we're going to get into, so the name of the release is Flowers and More. So there were the flowers, and here's the and more part. So we have a lemonade stand and fresh lemonade phrases, which I think is really, really fun. So that's kind of cute. The lemonade stand is 2.2 by 2.7. in terms of the size. So that's actually pretty cool. That's a nice large size once it's assembled. So those two go pretty well together. And then we have some that are great for building scenes. So we have an arch sun. So you've got the sun rays and the little half circle for the sun. So that's 2.3 by 1.2 inches. We have a fence with grass. So nice basic fence die. Then we have these two, which I think these will go well together. Might have to play around with it a little bit. We have fence with flower garland, and that's a larger fence than this one. This one's 3.3 by 2.4, and then this fence here is 2.7 by 1.5. So if we look at the back, kind of a very different scale. And that's the garland that goes all the way across, which this one you could probably more easily turn into maybe a wreath. And then I wanted to see, this might be pretty close, the garland. It might hang a little bit low on this fence, but that might be something to play with, because this one is called Celebrate Banner. So it's got hearts, stars, and 2 hearts on the end of it. So I think that's kind of fun. And then finally we have this camera, which I love. So there's all the little parts, which are great, just basic shapes, but you can layer them to create your camera. So that is the Flowers and More collection. It's already available on the Scrap & Cottage website if you want to check that out. And of course, when I craft with all of these items, I will add those tutorial videos to my playlist, which you'll find at the end of this video. Thanks so much. Until next time, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye.